right, so this guy looks like he's playing off his phone, which is very, very cool, or just a smaller screen. And it looks like the Orzhov deck is going first. They're both Orzhov decks. Excellent.
Great, and they're both control, so this should take up the whole round.
I'm sorry. Sweet and salty, can you just tell me what table this is?
10.
Table 10. Orzhov control versus Orzhov control. Now, in...
That's great. I don't have to look for anybody else because nobody is where they're supposed to be anyway.
That's all good. A lot of this control deck, a lot of these creatures, and the deck is built around the mono black deck, splashing for very few cards. The biggest splash that we're seeing is for, I'm just going to find it here. Of course, I'm not going to find it in the main board. Oh, Vanishing Verse, which I didn't see in PMS 01.
Did you? Okay, you did.
PK Mass 01. I didn't see Vanishing Verse in his deck, which is very, very interesting.
Their deck.
Their deck. Thank you very much, Sweet and Salty. I'm memorized by the card choices. This looks like a mono white creature deck splashing for black.
Is that what the split thing is? Oh no, swamps. Splashing for black. He's got.
Yeah, but like when I look at his creatures, he's got more mono white creatures than mono black creatures, which is usually the opposite of these kinds of builds. That's pretty... if you're gonna go Orzhov, you gotta play Egger. Egger is such a great card.
I don't know who Edgar is.
Egger is a 4/4 vampire. When it comes in, it comes in as an enchantment. At the beginning of your enchantment, you create a 1/1 and put a counter on it. Once there's 3 counters, you transform it into a 4/4 creature, and all your other vampires get +1/+1. But when it dies, it goes back into an enchantment. So the only way to get it off the battlefield is to actually exile it.
I feel like they didn't splash for black. The majority of their spells are black.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you could be right. I didn't get past the creatures. I was.
Blood on the Snow is double black.
Yeah.
Doomscar is white. Agadeem's Awakening is black. Search for Glory is white. And Undo is white.
Destroy all non-land permanents.
Deadly Dispute is white. Or black. And the enchantment is black.
Yeah.
The Meat Hook Massacre.
Yeah. I literally didn't get past the creatures on that, but it looks like you're correct. So it definitely is just
and the Spider Queen is a planeswalker that's black.
Yes. Yes. But I haven't seen a lot of play out of Edgar, but I'm a big fan of it though. I really like that card. And it looks like round 3 was off to a smooth start, and of course I didn't change my headline. Duh.
Oh, that planeswalker's nuts.
Spider Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Especially if you have a sacrifice deck.
No, his name is actually Edgar.
Yeah, it is. It is, it is, it is. See? It just transforms back into an enchantment. Like that is just crazy.
What? So when it dies, it turns into an enchantment, and then you remove 3 counters, and it turns back into a creature?
Yep. And at the beginning of your upkeep, it creates a 1/1 every turn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A braid.
Braid doesn't kill enchantments.
It can kill legendary artifacts, which is what it is.
No, is it?
Yes, sir.
Braid's
Yes,
a very good card against this.
Sir. So the other deck is heavy on black.
Yeah. This is actually a really cool matchup. For sure.
I feel like the vampire and werewolf sets kind of touch back to the original Magic when people were like, it's all like satanic and ritual and
Yeah.
sacrificial.
Yeah. Well, Innistrad is just that kind of planes. It's
Yeah.
all death and.
That's probably why they took so long to go back to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah. I really enjoyed Innistrad. Innistrad was a very, like, the first round, a lot of great cards came out of Innistrad, and I really enjoyed it. So. So, that's pretty awesome. Egger just seems to be like a great card in this matchup. And it totally feels like Vanishing Verse is such a powerful card. It doesn't seem to matter what shell you're, like, what kind of opponent you're playing. I mean, each deck seems to have a monocolored creature or planeswalker that is so important to their deck that you just want to get rid of it. An easy 2-mana answer. I really like Vanishing Verse in this new standard, and I think it's kind of underplayed. Maybe that should be the second vote. Poll. Meat Hook Massacre here. So every time a creature dies on your battlefield, you gain a life and your opponent loses a life. And oh my god, the Spider Queen basically goes up a counter. So cool. So cool. Now, what do you think he uses? Does he get rid of all the creatures, or does he get rid of the Planeswalker here using Blood on the Snow? He went for the... He definitely went for the Planeswalker. Looks like he went and got reduced to memory. And what does that card do again? Wrong. Ooh, reduced to memory is 3 mana. Exile target non-permanent. Its controller creates a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Interesting. Very interesting.
Very.
So I said. I'm going to scroll down and see. Wow. So in this field. Oh no, that's winning percentage. That's not what I want. I want archetype. Number of decks. Wow, there is 4 Orzhov control decks. 5 is it? 2 mono white, a mono black. Oh, sweet and salty. You should advertise your Bonanza Bazaar.
I did at the beginning.
Oh, my apologies.
Better apologize.
I'm apologizing. So it looks like
Thank you.
yeah, no, for sure. Orzhov Control, the current record with all of the players is 3-4. Is it Control is 5-5. So they're basically on even footing. And every other deck, the only other deck that has a winning record at the moment after 2 rounds is Rakdos Sacrifice. Wow. Oh no, that's not true. There's an Abzan. There's another Orzhov Planeswalkers, which is zombies. So we'll have to throw that into the archetypes. It looks like Orzhov Control Black-White is doing pretty well in this tournament. Now they just need to... Well, they definitely have the tools to take out Mono White. They just need to be able to go over the top of Izzet. This is so cool. And this is an insane battlefield. I looked away to look at the archetypes for the tournament, and holy smokes. This is definitely an amazing field. He's definitely going to go for creatures here. I mean, he has to, right? Getting rid of all those creatures. Imagine you had a Blood in the Snow, and not a Blood in the Soul, a Meatherd Massacre. Insane if it was on the other side. Insane, insane, insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
I hear no words.
I know, a work thing popped up. Sorry.
You're not at work.
No, but it was a problem this morning that I had to fix. Which we're still seeing the remnants of. So the only way to go over your opponent is to have Go Blank. Because it strips your opponent of cards and their graveyard. Which is what Blood in the Snow uses. It allows you to return creatures or planeswalkers from the graveyard to the battlefield. And it's a snow deck, which is also cool, because Faceless Haven's important in this meta field, metagame field, because it allows you to attack more aggressively or use it as a blocker. Which is exactly what he did. He used it as an attacker. -8. What the heck does -8 do? You get an emblem whenever your opponent is dealt damage by one or more creatures you control. If that opponent lost 8 or more life, they lose life equal to the difference. That's pretty cool, actually. If the player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So if you're attacking with a 1/1, and they you only deal 1 damage, the emblem deals the other 7. That's pretty cool. And it looks like Inversion is going to destroy all non-land permanents, which is very, very important, but it also means Massacre is gone. But the emblem still stands, so, like, that's okay. Ooh, does... was gonna say, did you use blood on the snow on an empty battlefield and then get back either a creature or a planeswalker? Dollhouse of Horrors. Now there's a card that none of us have seen.
Yeah, it sounds terrifying.
Dollhouse of Horrors. For the viewers, 1 and tap, exile a creature from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that exiled card, except it's a 0/0 construct artifact in addition to other types. This creature gets +1/+1 for each construct you control. It gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Now that is a mouthful. I'm so amazed by these deck choices and matchups. I love the Spider Queen. It's such a very powerful planeswalker. What cards or decks do you think would be rising to the top as tier 1 besides mono white? If it wasn't a tier 1 deck. My opinion would be Sultai again. I think Sultai has all of the right colors for all of the most powerful things in standard. Like Festival, Ren and 7, Ren and 6, and what about the Spider? There's just a lot of powerful things in those colors. Aw. Yes, yes. Please check out Sweet and Salty's Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
It is on Facebook if you're in Canada. She runs a Facebook page called Geek Out About, and she put up her and a lot of other vendors put up an amazing opportunity to get some Christmas shopping in online, where you don't literally have to go anywhere but to your either phone or computer. And there's some very cool stuff in there. There's some people that make what they're selling, and other people are just selling product that they have. It's very, very cool. So it looks like he's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to destroy all creatures. Interesting. Andrea has left the server, which means she's probably done for the tournament.
I think it's a he.
Or he. I still can't believe this is game 1.
Told you. 2 control matches. 2 control decks.
I'm just happy to see something else besides Visit. And Meat Hurt Massacre is definitely putting in the time in this deck. In this game, it's keeping the opponent alive for sure. And holy smokes, these decks are grindy. Now, if they only splashed for blue and had Is It Epiphany. Don't forget, if you're a follower of the channel, you can enter in and win a Theros Beyond Death promo pack. If you sponsor the channel, you will get 2 votes. Or 2 entries. I shouldn't say, not 2 votes. I mean, he's definitely going to run out of Blood on the Snows, so he has to figure out a way to go over the top. And I'm not sure he has the ability to do that. Looks like Edgar is going to be the choice, if I'm correct. Edgar is the choice. Edgar is a good choice here. I mean, obviously you would rather have your Spider Queen, but Edgar's still a really good choice here. It's just hard to keep it off the battlefield, right? Exile target non-land permanent. Controller draws a card. That was a good answer. That is a very good answer to Edgar. And it's a 1 of. It is a 1 of. That is a definitely good card for a 1 of in the mirror. So he's going to use Shambling Ghost here and sacrifice it to draw a card and kill off the bat. I watch. I witch. I that. Oh, when it dies, he gets to learn, though. I guess that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good card. 4/4. I don't think Blood on the Snow is a good card to do right here. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Does he go for Edgar again? I mean, and then he's going to get a lesson card. Gain some more life. Thin out his deck. I wonder if these decks are so grindy that they end up milling themselves out before they can get to a victory. That's a good play here. He's putting a lot of power and toughness on the battlefield. I know Edgar's going to be hard to remove, but at least he also at the moment has a flyer, or had a flyer, that where he could get in some chip damage, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case. Mascot. He's going to play one of his own, matching creature for creature. Daily dispute, gains him a life, his opponent loses a life, he gets to draw a card and make an artifact token. And all on his end step. It's pretty good. Holy smokes, Batman. What card does he exile? Oh. That's another good card. Oh, just like that. I put my head down to answer a question from work. B03. You have an entry, friend. And so game one went to PKMS. So let's see what game two will bring. Doom Waffle will be on the play. And we have keepers.
We have keepers.
I hate being on the play and going down in cards. Hate that. It just means like if your opponent keeps, although it wasn't like a very strong hand, it was strong enough where he has a board wipe and an early creature. But oh, that was really good actually. Meat Hook Massacre in these mirrors just make the games go so long. Go Blank. That is an excellent card. Although it's a little too early to play it. It's definitely a very good card. I like that 2-1. So it allows you to go into your sideboard and get a card for 2 mana. Professor of Symbiology. All right, let's see how the poll is actually going. The poll is 5 votes. Yes. So the poll is still going, and so far everyone is saying yes. I think one person said no, but they didn't get their vote in properly. It's the first time I did a poll. It's kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna try and do that again. It's just another way, a good way for players to interact. Oh, I have to stretch out my back in a second. Oh. Ooh, blood in the snow. Although he doesn't have enough lands to play it. There's only one card in the grave. It's not really a good play. I would definitely go for the Professor here. At least it gives you an opportunity to get something out of your sideboard. Yeah. Environment. You can gain 2 life, get another land. That's exactly what they're looking for. Helps you hit your land drops and stay out of the danger of losing the game. 2 life can go a long way in this matchup. Search for glory. So search your library for a snow permanent. Massacre. Ooh, spider. Ooh, spider's a good one. Spider is a good one. And he will have the mana to cast it on the next turn. This is where Duress would be amazing. Duress. I don't even think these decks are playing Duress. Oh yeah, 3 Duress. Crippling Fear. Doom Waffle is, yeah, Duress. They're both playing Duress. Oh, Duress would be devastating. It's too bad Gold Blank doesn't target like he has to target their hand, but I get to choose what I discard, you know? It's too bad I can't look at their hand and pick a card. That would be awesome. Oh, Edgar is such a good card here. I think Edgar is a good card here. I'm not sure if it's the right play for this turn, but killing the creatures off on both sides just makes the Planeswalker get bigger. And then he just gets to make 2/2s again on his next turn. Sorry, 2/1s on his next turn. Yeah. Well, his life total does go down. That's good. It's too bad you couldn't use Mihawk Massacre to hit like Planeswalkers. Like if you had the choice, that'd be cool. I don't think this is a good time to play that. Just don't think it's a good time. I mean, we know that he has lands to get rid of, but I think it's a bad call. I think it's a bad call. Yeah. Yeah, bad call. Wow, he can fit foretell both Doom stars. That would be actually kind of cool.
Okay, hello.
Pillow. Yeah, maybe it would help. Reduced to Memory is a cool card. Is that the one I was thinking of where... No, that's not the one I was thinking of where it destroys everything. Reduced to memory, yeah. Exile to non-land permanent, which is great for any creature, planeswalker, Edgar's. That's a good card. Very, very good card. Unfortunately, his opponent makes a 2-2, a 3-2, but the idea, I guess, is that you're exiling a more substantial threat and then leaving behind something that you can deal with. I wonder what he's trying to draw into. I mean, he could have used Meat Hook Massacre here. Ambitious Farmland. So Ambitious Farmland. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for basic planes, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle. You can transform it into a 3/3, or it's a 3/3 lifelinker from a 1/1. I mean, it's an okay card. Wonder what he exports. So he's drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life. Mascot Exhibition. Oh, wow. What is he, just for 1? It's pretty cool. It's going to wipe his opponent's board and then get in. Does he have enough power in his 2 creatures to kill off the spider? And he does. That is excellent. That is an important creature to get off the battlefield. Well, Planeswalker, sorry.
Wish I had more to say. I haven't been paying attention to the sets at all, except for pre-release.
Well, you can talk about how your pre-release went.
How did it go? I did a lot better at the ones we had at home.
Yeah, you did. Sweet and Salty and I, Unforbidden is coming up where they're going to release draft sets so you can get cards from both sets. So what Sweet and Salty and I did last week is we opened up 2 pre-release kits, one from Crimson Vow, one from Midnight Hunt, and we mixed them all up and we took 3 packs from each set. So we had half of a pre-release kit from each set, and it was very interesting. I mean, some of the card synergies definitely overlapped in between the sets, and some did not. In my head, I figured you would just end up getting the power from the best, like the most power from the best of both worlds. Crimson Vow definitely seems like a Prince set, so it would enhance the Midnight Hunt cards. It was cool to watch and play out. I think Sweet and Salty kicked my butt, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't find that it benefited the cards at all. Just made it harder to find synergies between the cards, to be honest, but it did give me better choices than any just one set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Doomscar here is going to reset the board, which is very freaking cool. And having a Meat Hook Massacre on each side of the battlefield simply means that neither opponent gains or loses enough life to make killing all the creatures any significant. So that's going to prove very interesting to see it. And that's what makes this matchup so grindy is that they have the potential to go so long. Because there's so much life to gain in these cards, or at least that's the way it feels. Blood on the Snow here is going to turn Edgar into an enchantment. I wonder what he's going to bring back. Oh. Professor! Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Is it Abandoned? He has a lot more lessons in his sideboard than his opponent, for sure. Scry 2, then draw a card. Is that what it is? Yeah. Scry 2, then draw. I wonder what these decks would have, what color would have proved to be of value to splash. Like red, is there red cards that would have made a difference in this matchup? Or blue, well obviously blue is part of powerful cards. And Esper is definitely a strong color combination. Like what do you think the difference is in this matchup? I mean, Vanishing Verse is only so good. What one card does you guys feel in the chat that just goes over the top of your opponent? Is it just grinding them out? So is like Orzhov the Jund of Standard? Wow, Confront the Past seems like a very cool card. It's nice to see these synergies and cards and stuff. And Spider Queen is such a great planeswalker. Great card to grind with if you got the right shell built around it. Spider Queen just means that you don't care that your creatures are small. For the most part, anyway. I'm gonna grab some food. What did you say we had?
Peanut butter jam banana roll.
Oh. Peanut butter banana roll. Peanut butter banana roll. For everybody who doesn't know, we are on a delay. Obviously, today I didn't mention that in the beginning of the stream, but obviously for to make things fair, so that opponents can't watch. I guess 10 minutes later in a matchup like this, interesting. But for the most part, 10 minutes is usually pretty good. Like even adding green for Festival. I mean, that would have been a great card for this matchup. I personally think. Edgar, what a great card. It's just such a great card. I mean, like,
Odd name to give it.
agreed. Oh, Vanishing Verse on Massacre. See? Vanishing Verse is going to be the difference in this matchup. Or at least I think it could be. But that was a great play. Having a Vanishing Verse, very cool play.
Wow, I wish we had taken bets on whether this game was going to last the whole round or not. The last game to report.
Great round 3.
Yes. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Doom Waffle and their opponent for making my job super easy.
Vanishing Verse followed up by a Blood on the Snow was very cool. And an opposing Blood on the Snow going to get a Spider Queen is also very cool. This is a great time for a mascot, for sure. PK Mass is, it feels like they're running out of options. Drawing lands is not what they are looking for. That is. Drawing more lands. I guess an eye twitch isn't too bad.
Personally, I hate them.
Eye witch. Shouldn't have said twitch.
I think it is eye twitch. Yeah. It is eye twitch. I was just making a joke. But it is.
Go blank. Very cool. Nice play. So what does he get out of his sideboard? Like, is he that close to ending this? Going into game 3? Definitely feels like he has an edge, but Spider Queen is definitely going to be helpful. So you block the 4/4 and then try and trade up, right? So then you take 1 and you gain 2 and take 2 more and you, yeah. And then Massacre hits you for 2. Massacre is off the battlefield. That was close. Massacre could have ended the game. PK Mass definitely has a long road to go in winning this game. Doom Waffle definitely just, I mean, it feels like he wants to just put pressure on the board and keep attacking. Yeah, he's just going to face. He's definitely just wants to put pressure on his opponent, hopefully forcing him to make a bad block or decision. So it looks like he's gonna get rid of Edgar. Take 4. Edgar flips. Wow. Now there's a magic card. Inversion could kill all non-land permanents on both sides, which would get rid of the Edgar. But he's choosing not to use it. He's losing life to draw cards. Oh, blood on the snow. I mean, like, it's a good card if you have Massacre into play and your opponent doesn't. It's a great way to end the game. Just wipe the whole board and win that way. Does he have enough creatures to attack into this battlefield? I don't feel like he does. What creature did he go for here? Doesn't look like a lot of good options. So Eye Twitch, Professor, or Fell Stinger. Yeah. And he's conceding. Doomscar levels the playing field into game number 3. Did he just concede? Why did he do that? He turned off his stream.
PK did?
Yeah.
How much time was left?
The whole of the game.
How much time was left?
I don't know. I do not know. Maybe he thought the round had ended. Well, I guess we'll find out. Since this is the last match, we will definitely hold on here and see what happens. But PK was... No, he just turned off his stream. Maybe it was slowing his computer down.
Possible. They've never streamed before.
Yeah.
Like shared their screen before.
No, he's just conceding.
Maybe he has to go.
Wow. And that is how we end round number 3, folks.